we are happy to welcome you to this session. Emily, a few words about what is coming tonight.
Okay, what is coming tonight? We invite you to enjoy beautiful song presented by famous German and Bulgarian singers. Through the game European Soiree, Who Am I? You will get to know much more about European personality who is well known all over the world, but you will learn more about her, his or her. We also invite you to meet the winners of our interesting competition, Trace of Europe in your town, where participation was with photos, with text, and videos. So welcome to our session. Okay, now we'll start with very famous singers from Bulgaria, Elizabeth Ann and Alexander Rambal. They are twins, and I invite their mother, Sevdalina Rambal, to present the creative life of her children. So, Sevdalina, welcome.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm going to share that presentation. Can everybody hear me okay? Yes?
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm just going to share my screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes. Yes, we can see.
This is a very short presentation of Elizabeth and Alexander's musical biography. Hold on. Right. So maybe you found out that they're actually twins. They're 13 years old. They can say something about themselves in a minute. They started singing when they were 4 or 5 years old. They won their first medal, which was first place and medal, only when they were 6 years old, in an international festival in Sozopol, Panorama, where lots of participants have taken place, people from all over the world, from England, Moldova, Ukraine, Romania, and many, many other countries. Excuse me, I've lost the presentation. Right, after this performance, they took part in dozens of international and national competitions, of which they almost won all of them, in top 3 places. There are some pictures from them singing on the stages in different international children festivals. Some of them are in Sozopol. This is a list of some of the others. So they've taken place in the international competition for fairs, international competitions for young performances of popular songs. This is in beautiful Veliko, also many others in Sofia, Plovdiv, and so on and so on. Those are some other pictures from their performances. We've taken lots of participations in charities as well, where we are raising money for different causes. And here, of course, the happiest moments for them is when they actually walk away with their awards. Also, they're taking place in folklore performances. They have a very nice vocal teacher here in Karlovo, which is local and is very comfortable for us. So yeah, so we go to folklore festivals as well. We keep trying to keep the Bulgarian spirit and folklore alive. And here are some other pictures from the stages. On the bottom right one, it's little Lizzie when she was little Rose. This is a Rose Festival in Karlovo, which takes place every year. And it's to celebrate the Rose Damascena, which is very traditional for our area. You're all welcome to come and visit us. It's just passed actually, but maybe for next year, you're very welcome to come and visit us. It's quite nice. We've got rose water running in the fountains. We've got a nice festival, including lots of dancing, singing, and many, many other things. Those are some more pictures of the stages, awards, their national traditional folklore outfits, which are actually traditional for every area for Bulgaria. So in year 2022, we recorded our own songs. It's an author's project and it's called Forever That. That was to say thank you to their father and my husband for the lovely and amazing way he took care of them and us, and being a very nice father. And we think that if you want to listen to it, there's a link down below in that presentation. It's actually translated in English already because my husband is English, so we needed to translate it for him. We couldn't write it in English at the time. And with some, we try to do some scenes in the lavender fields and rose fields, so you can actually see and taste and feel the atmosphere around us at that time. Also, Elizabeth and Alexander, they can answer for themselves, but they take a lot of participations in different programs, and maybe they can say what is their most favorite thing at school and what they like to do.
Okay. My name is Elizabeth Van, but I think that you already know. For me, school is a very important, well, let's just say school is very important like that. I don't need to say why. I usually participate in the choir. For some reason, it's only girls and boys can't participate. Otherwise, I believe that a lot of boys will sing in the school choir. Every single year we sing for our hero Vasilevsky. His story is very interesting. If you want, just Google him. Maybe you can hear the choir singing for. We sing for students and for other people later in the nights. And that's all I can say, yeah.
Alex?
Hello, my name is Alexander Rumble. For me, school, the best thing that I learned there is biology because I find it very interesting. My sister probably wouldn't agree with me.
No, I can.
She does not like biology. We take part in lots of concerts in Karlovo and Bulgaria. Our coach, singing coach, Velina, helps us quite a lot with the folklore songs. And we always take part in concerts, sometimes competitions, all over Bulgaria.
Thank you very much, Alex. We recently have shot another video. This time it's a folklore. It's a author's project again, but it's a folklore and it involves the folklore choir, and that will be going on Bulgarian TV as well. And this is me with some of the awards. Again, one of my happiest moments is when they walk away. Of course, they've given lots of interviews to TVs and radios. We've been to national radios in Bulgaria. We've been to some TV programs as well. And this is some of the presentations the competition organizers have done to us. And that's it. So if you want, we can I'm just trying to stop sharing.
Up. Някъде горе трябва да е в червено.
Да, аз го виждам.
That stopped it.
Oh, yes. And now if you're ready, they can actually present one of very nice song. It's not ours, but it's about our homeland and country, and it's well translated from Mrs. Velkova, sorry. And if you're ready, I'm very sorry. If you're ready, they can sing it for you now.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, that's right.
Just a moment. Pari will show the text for a little bit, and after that they will sing. Because
Okay.
I prefer to see them when they are singing.
Okay.
And, thank
Pari,
you very
show
much
the
for
text.
this presentation. It was very interesting to know a little bit what they are doing and the careers they made. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pari, show a little bit about the text, and after that translators will translate.
Now it should be visible.
Just a little bit, and after that children will sing the song.
Could you zoom in a little bit? Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. We are with glasses. So let translators translate in different languages. На български сме го превели, така че прочетете, колеги. The most important thing is that the tree without a root is a man without a homeland. Дърво без корен е човек без родина. Okay, thank you very much, Patty. And now, please show the singers Elizabeth Ann and Alexander Rumbal. Welcome. Patty, show them. Браво, браво, браво.
Браво, семейство! Браво, браво!
Maybe we have to change our technique because you are with microphone, but we have got a problem with the sound. So thank you very much, all of you, because you find time for our session. Thank you.
Децата са прекрасни просто.
Да. We, how to say, wish you health and many successful in the future. And dear parents, be proud of your children.
Thank
They
you
are
for the
perfect.
invitation and take care. What a wonderful event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for being here tonight and singing, and what a presentation. It was wonderful.
Thank you very much.
So our next guest tonight is Yaren Arabaci. She lives in Ulm and she's doing an internship with us at Eloy at the moment. And she wants to present the song People Help the People. It's originally from Simon Aldred, but it became famous by the singer Birdie. Yaren, welcome. Just let us know, why did you choose this song?
Hello, so I chose this song because I think it's really inspiring to help each other and also really suiting for this session, especially because of the current circumstances in the Ukraine and other countries. And I hope you like it. God knows what is hiding in those weak and drunken hearts. Guess he kissed the girls and made them cry, those hard-faced queens of misadventure. God knows what is hiding in those weak and sunken eyes. Fiery thrones of muted angels giving love but getting nothing back. Oh, people, help the people. And if you're homesick, give me your hand and I'll hold it. People, help the people. Nothing will drag you down. Oh, and if I had a brain. Oh, and if I had a brain. It'd be cold as a stone and rich as the fool that turned all those good hearts away. God knows what is hiding in this world of little consequence, behind the tears, inside the lies, 1,000 slowly dying sunsets. God knows what is hiding in those weak and drunken hearts. Guess the loneliness came knocking. No one needs to be alone, no singing. People, help the people. And if you're homesick, give me your hand then I'll hold it. People, help the people. Nothing will drag you down. Oh, and if I had a brain. Oh, and if I had a brain, it'd be cold as a stone and rich as the fool that turned all those good hearts away.
Thank you, Yaren. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Yaren.
Thank you.
And Yaren prepared this song to play on the guitar as well. She plays really nice the guitar, but we had a technical problem, so she chose to sing the song, and maybe at another occasion we can hear it with the guitar and hear her play the guitar, because it's really nice. Thank you. You have a really, really wonderful voice.
Thank you.
Okay, so Carmen and I will present to you now the competition we held. It was called Traces of Europe in Your Town. Pari, could you please share the presentation? And then, Carmen, I give the floor to you for some introductory words about the competition. And then we will present the winners and what was sent in.
Okay, I will do it with pleasure. Traces of Europe in my town. Oh, there are so a lot of possibilities to give an answer to this question, to this challenge. And so, party gone. We asked you for historical and political presentations, places, buildings, streets, personalities from your town. But also we asked for everyday life, your society, your household, family story, of food and drink, or customs and traditions. So it was a very large area, and you gave a lot of answers to this question in different categories. Next. The jury was composed by 4 experts from different areas: pedagogy, photography, philology. And the criteria had been clearly linked to the subject Trace of Europe. This was the first, because it was traces of Europe in your town and not traces of family or traces of other things, which had been all very interesting, but it was not the theme. It had been concentrated on traces of Europe. And it was important, the originality of the presentation, but also the content and the quality of the presentation. And some of combined all these demands in a very good way, but others tried and had very interesting aspects of 1 or 2 of the criteria. And it was very hard to judge. We had 34 text contributions, that means text about traces of Europe, and we had 35 photo contributions, but we have to say that some contribution had, explained by a very long text. We asked for 500 signs, but one had 10,000, my dears. So it was more a text presentation than a photo presentation. And we had 9 video contributions coming from 9, and all coming from 9 countries. And this was really great to see contributions from Bulgaria, from Germany, from Romania, from Slovenia, Slovakia, from Hungary, from Serbia, from Moldavia, and also one from Great Britain. And we had been very happy about. But it was a hook work to study all the presentations and to come to an end for finding out the winners. Paragon. And as I just said, we had problems to find good solutions, because we we had one big problem, and really I have to say it. A lot of you wrote in your mother language, and then you took Google. But Google without having a look on the quality of the translation. And as you know, always, Google is not your partner for translation. And he's sometimes confounding he and she, or when Google is not understanding well the content, tries to understand, and it's quite another thing. And so our helpers, the translation helpers, had a lot of work. And so I will thank a lot to this translation helpers, volunteers. It's Dorothee and Angela, but it was also a very big work done by Jaren and by by Vlad in our team. So this was the big challenge, the translation and the mistakes in the translation. But we had also other problems because, as I said, the respect of the predefined form, because it had been a difference between text challenge and photo challenge. And if a photo challenge had more text than all the other texts, it was not what we demand on. And another problem had been the effect of data privacy. Not all who sent us interesting photos had declared that the privacy was respected by the person who was presented, or by the video which was presented. So finally, a comparability was difficult, not only because we had so a lot of different areas, but also because the quality was so different in the criteria in each category. So we took a decision, or the jury did it, not to award a main prize, but in each option, text, video, photo, we distributed prizes and belonging to the categories. That because it was so difficult to compare one category with another one, so we decided to give a lot of prizes, but nevertheless, not every person can get a prize. It was voted, and we pointed out the criteria and so on. And so we decided to give prizes of 50 euros and prizes for 25 euros. I hope you understand this decision when you will see now what we are presenting, and I ask Marina to continue.
Thank you, Carmen. So thanks again also from my part for everybody who contributed with their view on their traces. And I will start with the prices for the photo contributions. Carmen will then go on with the text and videos. So first, I want to present shortly the people who received the prize. You will see just the photos, and to have a more closer look, we will send you the link to our website where all the contributions will be posted or are posted, and you can also read the text to the photos, which is important to have the mix of both. So first, we want to contribute 50 euro to Maika Dilz. She's an Erasmus student in Cluj-Napoca at the moment, and she sent us some photos that reflect some personal, contemporary, and historical aspects in her photos from a perspective of an Erasmus student. So to read up more, you will get the link, and you can have also look at the photos up close. So 50 euros go to Maika Dilz. And then next, Ari, please. Next, we have Tomislav Milnov from Beršac in Serbia, who sent us some pictures from the wine route in Serbia of his hometown. which is very famous throughout Europe, and he receives 50 euros for this contribution. Next slide, Kari. So the next contribution we award 50 euro to is from Julia Gora. She is from Cherson, but lives in Odessa at the moment due to the war. And she sent us in some pictures that show influences of architecture from Western cities she notices in the towns. For example, the one picture she said it looks like buildings from Frankfurt in Germany. And so we award 50 euros to Julia Gora. Next slide. So Gerhard Heimann from Rüsselsheim in Germany sent in, but also with the whole group of the conversation group, of the English conversation group that is held in also here in the Danube project. They meet every 2 weeks to talk in French, and they send in the contribution that introduces this group as that shows that they are from different countries that learn together foreign language and that build a community, which is also a trace of Europe. So 50 euro go to Gerhard and the group of the French conversation group. Next slide.
And to his second photo also, Marina.
Yes,
don't forget.
yes, of course. Sorry. Okay, sorry. The next contributions are for 25 euros. And here you can see pictures from Matthias Mader from Germany for the creative and high quality pictures that he showed us where he sees traces of Europe in Ulm. As you can see here are flags that stand against the war in Ukraine and the Ulmer Münster, which is of course very famous throughout Europe. So next slide, please. Next, we want to award 25 euros to Zenada Zanik from Bosnia, Herzegovina. She sent us in 2 pictures. One picture is a story of an old building that became a mother center, which is based on the European idea, and it still serves today as a place for international meetings. And the second picture shows a street which was named after Dr. Pinkas Band, who was a Jewess and died as a victim of the Nazi regime in concentration camp. And as a sign of gratitude for his dedicated work and charity, the local council decided to name the longest street after him in Savinovici. And this is a part of Europe that is a fixed part, and this is shown in this contribution. So next slide, please. Next, we have a contribution from Italy, from San Salvo, from Ida Di Bandimarte, which received 25 euro for the new aspect. This was another aspect of looking for traces of Europe in nature and environment. Here, using the example of transhumance, the traditional seasonal movement of herds of sheep, cattle, and goats from the mountain to the plains and back, which is part of Europe's rural heritage. So 25 euro go to Italy. Okay, next slide. So the next contribution goes to Vojislav Milunov from Vršac in Serbia. He sent us a picture of this souvenir that he received from another partner of us, Nadia Rabkova from Slovakia, when they met at the Danube Festival in Ulm 2 years ago. So he has this souvenir and a very personal story that he still has this in his at home, and he likes to look at it at the connection he made. So connection between European countries that were made during the Danube Festival. So 25 euros go to Voislav. Next slide. So the next contribution will receive 25 euros, goes to Natalia Smilova. She's Ukrainian and living at Ulm at the moment. And the first picture shows a botanical garden, which is also something that you can find in different countries in Europe. So it's also a trace of Europe for nature. And the second picture shows bread, which is also inherent in European countries, the culture of eating bread and the different forms of bread. So 25 euros to Natalia. And then next slide, please. So, and then we contribute also 25 euros to Angela Schumacher from Berlin, Germany. As you can see, you can have a better look when you get the link to all the pictures. This is something that she received from a Ukrainian woman who lived with her. So when war started, they decided to take in this person, and as a result, there was created some very interesting connection and some friendship that shows the European connection and that we stay together. And yeah, so 25 euros go to Angela. So as you have seen, these are the photo contributions. We will send in the link to all the contributions, and you can have a look and also read the text to the photos. We urge you to do so because this is the interesting part, to see text and photo together. Of course, we cannot show everything here in detail, so have a look, we invite you to. And Carmen will now go on with the winners of the text contributions. So next step.
Thank you, Marina. Yes, I think you have really to take a look to understand some photos and why they had been chosen. But you will also see the difficulty we had to choose. And you will, even if some photos are not here in the winner category, you will learn a lot. I personally learned a lot reading texts about buildings with a rich story, buildings in your town, places. I have never been in Craiova, but now I have a good idea about some aspects by museum and place and so on, and so also for other towns. And I think this was the aim of this challenge with photos. And so thank you to all who contributed, and some of you took a lot of time to explain why and how and when. And it was the same for the text category. We had art or historical, we had personal stories, we had European personalities. And it was so difficult to find out which will be the best, because all had been very interesting. But nevertheless, one of the aspects had been the link between the person who has sent the text and the story. If the story was understandable and if there was really a European trace. And a prize for text contribution goes to Elena Bader, because she made a very lovely trip in her town for architectural styles of European influence. It's one of her hobby, it seems, and she made in a very nice way us known the riches of Timisoara concerning buildings and architecture. A very personal story had been made by Evelina from Chisinau. She explained as well why Moldova is a part of Europe. She explained by examples from food and architecture and other aspects. And so it was very nice to see the different aspects, and I'm sure you could all add other things for this country, but also for your country. Maria Alexe from Bucharest, she made a very nice tour in the Calea Victoriei. This is a very old street in Bucharest, full of stories of European life in the centuries, and she brought this life very near to us. But I think it's a fault. It must be in the art historical. We made a fault present in the presentation. And another very personal story is coming from Regina Marinova. She wrote that she had been in Great Britain after her in her pensionist time, and she came back to Ruse and she explained what she discovered in Great Britain and in Ruse, and she made comparisons, and then she involved in a lot of projects, also international projects. Some of you know her, and it was written in a very nice and very personal way. And another category had been European personalities from my town. Also in this category, we had very nice presentations, and I can say for myself, but I think also for a lot of you, we learned a lot about European personalities from Romania and from Moldavia and from Bulgaria and so on. It was very nice. But the prize for the text contribution in this category goes to Katarina Dostalova from Bratislava. She wrote about the Christian Doppler in Slovakia. He's a very famous scientist, and she wrote a very personal story about him, approaching him in her studies and in her work. And so we learned a lot, not only about Christian Doppler, but also about science. Next one. Kari, please. So, but we have also other contributions of history, of personal stories and personalities. 25 euro goes to Anna Alexandra Petrariu from Cluj-Napoca. We made a very nice walk with her, Cluj-Napoca, historical places, buildings and streets. We had very personal stories from Great Britain, from Kiswas. You made us really, how to say, even a lively sight inside from Kivers. Maria Borbeli had the idea to go out of her home and to look for street names in her surroundings, and she found a lot of interesting names and behind personalities and stories. And Stefan Baccano, he approached this theme in another way, the story of the names of his family. It was also a very interesting research for traces of Europe in these names. And concerning European personalities, we learned a lot from Netuta Stratulat about Galat people, Galatian amazed world, and Katarina Judinova, and she is coming from Nava. I hope, I don't know it's the right pronunciation, from Slovenia. She wrote a story of a factory called Coburg. Coburg was the name of the noblesse. This is the factory, and you can go with her, how to say, and see the development of industry one city. So one of the winners had her. Next. one. Marina, up to you.
So next, we want to present to you the video contributions that were sent in, and first goes to Roxana Bocanu. She sent in a video with the idea of Traces of Europe in dances. So especially at the University of Third Age, the dances, different European dances that they dance and that connect people all over Europe. So in general, we have to say that videos were very different, and there were also difficulties in assigning prices. We also had to check data protection because of videos. We have to see, can this footage be used? So this was also something that we had to consider. But here you can see the aspect of the tradition of dance that unite Europe. So 50 euros go to Roxana Bocanu from Galați in Romania.
And read the text she sent to us besides for to understand better the communities they built up by dance.
Yeah. So next slide. Next, we want to present to you just shortly 3 contributions that will receive prizes for recognition of participation from 3 student tandems with very different presentations of their city. So there was one from Bianca Popa and Alessia Vela from Cluj-Napoca, Romania. Then from Ekaterina Petko and Daniela Guciu from Chisinau, Moldavia. And from Dennis and Alexia Moldovan from Cluj-Napoca, Romania, with some very informative footage and information on their cities. If you could show the next slide as well, we can have a look at the other 2 contributions. So you will have to go to our website to have a look at the videos and listen to the text and what they how they present their town. So 40 euros for each of the tandems. Next slide. So here we want to contribute 30 euros to Tomislav Milunov from Bersat, Serbia, who will receive an extra prize for his detailed interview with Mr. Simeon Babic. He's director of the organization Humane Aging in Bersat, and in the interview they talk about the importance and meaning of Europe and the work, because Carmen, you can say a bit more if you wish, work a lot together since many years with Eloy, Danet, and for this interview we contribute 30 euros to Tomislav. Next slide. So, and the last contribution is a special prize for Alina Nela, 25 euros, who sent us in a video where she shows us Ulm. So here we thought that reference to Europe could have been worked out more, but it's a very nice presentation of like her new town, because she is from Ukraine and she lives in Ulm at the moment, and she made a video of famous places that are important in Ulm. So we give 25 euros for this video to Alina. Yes, Carmen, do you want to add something? Otherwise,
yes, I would like to say that it was really a difficult thing in the jury, and the votes had not been all the time the same, and we discussed a lot, and by this discussion we learned a lot, and so I hope you will not be disappointed if you have not a prize, but the prize itself is to have reflected about and to give the possibility to so a lot of people to learn more about your town and traces of Europe in your town. I personally, I liked a lot a presentation from Galatz with small videos, but the quality, I don't know the person made these short videos. She is not so able, I think, to the writing was so difficult to understand, but the idea was so good. And so really we discussed with all of your presentations, and we appreciated a lot, and I hope you will also appreciate and have a look and see in the website. Marina has made an input so you can find it easily, and we hope to get profit of your contributions also for our website for the personalities, to give more input concerning personalities of our countries, which are worth to be known, but also for buildings and places. We will take profit, we all, for your contributions. And once more, thanks a lot for having taken time and having taken reflections. And a special thanks to the youngsters. We know it's very difficult in so small time to make a video and to make own texts, and we appreciated all tasks and all steps to realize a contribution. And perhaps we will offer some qualification for writing or for making photos or for making videos in the next phase of our project, because it is worth, because the ideas you have had been really wonderful. Thank you once more. In the name of all the team, and Maria, you agree, a lot of thanks for the jury, but also for the team in Ulm, who had, you can't imagine how much work we had with this contribution. But finally, it's a well-done thing. Thank you. I think we can go on, Emily.
Okay. We continue with our game. Who am I? It is European story, and the idea is to know many important European personalities from different countries. This evening, the person will be from Poland, and we would like you to understand, to guess who is she or who is he. So the questions can be to me only yes or no, and you have to understand some information about this person and to find who is he or she. So ask me questions.
Is a man?
No.
Are you still alive?
No. From Poland.
Marie Sklodowska-Curie.
Who said this? Who said this?
Dana from Craiova.
Dana, can you explain something about Marie Curie?
Yes, yes, of course. She is one of the most famous women in sciences. She was physicist, and she discovered the effect of radioactivity, I think. Her
Yes.
husband was Pierre Curie. From Poland, she came to France and married Pierre Curie, and they formed a wonderful team whole the life.
Okay. There is another person maybe who knows something about Marie Curie from Poland? She was born in Warsaw in 1867. Do you know something more about Marie Curie? Okay, she died in 1934 and and she's the first woman with 2 Nobel prizes.
Yes.
2 Nobel Prizes. And she changed attitude to women at that time. One for physics and the second for chemistry. So what she said, nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Нищо не е толкова страшно, важно е да бъде разбрано. Nothing is so scared, just to understand it. I will present one short presentation about Marie Curie. So, can you see my monitor? Okay. So Marie Curie was born 1867, 1934 died, as I said. She is a pioneering physicist and chemist, made profound contribution to science, including the discovery of radium and polonium, pioneering radioactivity research and being the first woman to win Nobel Prizes in 2 fields. So she was born in Warsaw in a very modest family, but because of financial struggles, that limited her educational opportunities, because she was a woman at that time and works as a governess determined to pursue higher education in France. She enrolled at the University of Paris, Sorbonne, studied physics and chemistry, and married Pierre Curie. In 1898, he discovered radium, very highly radioactive element, and also polonium simultaneously. This was scientific revolution because he found change atomic physics usage at that time. It changed nuclear chemistry. Nobel Prize in 2 fields, physics in 1993 and chemistry for radioactivity, and chemistry in 1911 for her work, pioneering work on radium and polonium. So these awards mark her exceptional contribution to science and her profound impact on our understanding of the atom. So she also worked in radioactive isotopes, and this was special contribution for our healthcare and diagnostics and also treatment of cancer. She had got 2 daughters. One Irene Curie contribute their legacy, winning a Nobel Prize in chemistry. So she continued the work of her mother and winning a Nobel Prize in chemistry for her work on artificial radioisotopes, and that give input to scientific research in this area. So Marie Curie was very important person in Europe because she also changed, broke barriers for gender, for women. He showed that women can be very important for science. During World War I, Marie Curie's humanitarian efforts included establishing mobile radiography units known as Little Curies to provide vital X-ray services for soldiers on the front line, saving many, many lives. And let's conclude with this, that she's pioneering scientist, broke gender barriers with her groundbreaking discoveries in radioactivity. So she was very important woman, and unfortunately she died, but she opened one way for many women in the sciences. So we feel happy that exists such persons in Poland. So thank you very much. And now Professor Klim Klimaszewska, say something, because you are from University of Szydłce in Poland, and this person is close to you. Say in Russian, we will translate.
Спасибо большое. Thank you very much. In Poland is Maria Skłodowska-Curie. Sorry. Maria Skłodowska-Curie. No, Maria Curie, Maria Skłodowska-Curie. It is
Yes,
Polish family.
in Bulgaria, we also know as Maria Skłodowska-Curie. Skłodowska is the name of her father.
Maria Skłodowska family.
Okay.
Is home, and Curie husband. In Poland, Maria Skłodowska-Curie.
Okay, thank you. Are you proud that she is from Poland? Ты горда? Ты довольна, что она из Польши? Из Польши.
Yes, of course. It is Polish woman. It is very interesting woman. It is a first woman scientist.
Yes.
It is Polish. From Poland.
Okay, we also would be proud of her if she was Bulgarian. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now we would like to finish our session with very, very beautiful Romanian song, but she will be presented by Nadezhda Radeva. Maybe you remember that Nadezhda Radeva is a poet, Bulgarian poet. She is the president of Union of Poets and Artists in Russia, and very often we have got Romanian Bulgarian meetings of poets. She also organized maybe 3 or 4 books by language, how to say, in Romanian and in Bulgarian at the same time. So Anna Zlibut, unfortunately you are living in Timișoara, but with Giurgiu and Bucharest, we have got many meetings between our poets. So Nadezhda translates many poems in Bulgarian and opposite, from Bulgarian to Romanian, and now she will sing this Romanian song for us. So, and she's also in Romanian tradition clothes. I think that Romanian people will be happy. Okay, Nadia, заповядай. The song is Lune Lule. Ionelule.
Да.
Ionelule. Just a moment to read a little bit for the song. Romanian people will understand everything. Please translators to translate in their languages. In Bulgarian, we can see.
Play by USB drive.
Okay, thank you very much. Pari, stop the song. We would like to see Nadezhda. Pari, show us Nadezhda. To see the clothes. Nadezhda Radeva.
Când ți duci lumea la culcare, cine umblă bea din târciunioare, și în fiecare dimineață, cine stă cu felinare în brațe, este Ionel bătăl norocul, care pleacă să-și mă stângă focul, focul care arde inimioară, fiindcă nu-l iubește mărioară. Ionel, Ionelule, nu mai bea băiatule, Ionel, Ionelule, fiindcă te răd fetele. Ionel, Ionelule, nu mai bea băiatule, Ionel, Ionelule, fiindcă te răd fetele. Ce-ai văzut, Ionelă, mărioară, de ți-ai pus pe flăcă inimioară, și de ce să plângi tu, măi băiețe, când pământul este plin de fete? Dacă vrei să uiți de mărioară, hai plecă cu mine într-o seară, să culegem talpe floricele, să privim la lună și la stele. Ionel, Ionelule, nu mai bea băiatule, Ionel, Ionelule, fiindcă te răd fetele. Ionel, Ionelule, nu mai bea băiatule, Ionel, Ionelule, fiindcă te răd fetele. Când ți duci lumea la culcare, cine umblă blea din căciunare, și în fiecare dimineață, cine stă cu felinar în brațe, este Ionel bătăl norocul, care pleacă să-și mă stângă focul, focul care arde inimioară, fiindcă nu-l iubește mărioară. Ionel, Ionelule, nu mai bea băiatule, Ionel, Ionelule, fiindcă te răd fetele. Ionel, Ionelule, nu mai bea băiatule, Ionel, Ionelule, fiindcă te răd fetele.
Bravo, Nadezhda.
Bravo, Nadia. The song is with good music. We finish with pleasure. So today we were about 30% in one place, 2 or 3 participants.
Am cântat cu mare plăcere.
Translate.
She sang with a lot of pleasure.
Okay, with a lot of pleasure.
Yes, and we all enjoyed the song. It's a party song, and we enjoy it.
We have to do online party. So we were 30 participants from Romania, Bulgaria, Austria, Poland, Ukraine, Germany. From Serbia, I don't know. So thank you very much for your participation. I give the floor to Carmen Stadelhofer to finish our work.
Thank you very much. It was a very nice session, and with nice presentations and new information and with nice people. You. So I thank a lot to Pari for the techniques and for Emily and Marina for preparing, and I thank a lot to all the actors. I hope we will see us again. But before finishing, we would like to invite you for a session next Tuesday, in 2 days, at 5 o'clock German time. In most of your countries, it's 6 time. And it is a special session dedicated to the European elections. You know that in all countries of the European Union, between the 6th and the 9th will be these elections. And we are convinced that it's very, very important to go to these elections and to make known that we will struggle for democracy and for human rights, and that the united Europe based on solidarity is a very important goal, and we need it. But we also would like to invite people coming from Ukraine, from Moldova, from Serbia, from Bosnia and other countries which are accession parties, countries, to join us and to discuss with us what is so important that we struggle for, that we would like to fostering European consciousness and European being together, and what we have to look for when we vote, because voting is one thing, but to vote for candidates who will be engaged for this common Europe, this is very important. But we have also to discuss in Germany in this time, the first time it happens, people from 16 can go to vote, and would like to discuss with you, is this a good idea or it's too early to vote? And we invite also the youngsters to give their opinion about. And in some countries, they had to go. It's a legal thing. Would it be good or not to have this must vote? And so we have a lot of themes, and we would like to invite you with great pleasure and great interest to come to this session next Tuesday. And Marina, perhaps you can join some words if I forgot something.
I sent information in the chat as well. If you click on the link, you can read up on the workshop. And the second link is the registration form. Please fill it out so we can see who will join. If there is any problem with the link, write us an email at info@eloy. I will send the email as well in the chat. We hope that you will join for our workshop. Please register before, because we have to attribute you to groups and to see who needs translation. So it's very important that you.
For the translation, it's very important to know the participants a little bit, the language knowledge.
So we look forward to Tuesday and to see you there and to see you.
And invite others to join us.
Yes, next sessions. Thank you for being here tonight, to the translators, Emily, Pari, to everybody who was here, and to everybody who contributed to the competition. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Bye.